Hello?
Hi Tim, it's Ben.
Who?
Ben from Scolmore. Tim, it's Ben, let me in.
Oh no, it's Ben from Scolmore.
He always does this.
Hello mate, how you doing? Great to see you.
Yeah, you alright mate?
Benny boy!
Hi Tim.
Hello, mate. Right, stop.
Okay.
Eyes left, straight away.
Right then.
I told you I'd fit all this stuff that you
So you
sent.
have, you've actually done it.
Shut the door and I'll give you a tour of this unusual, quirky space.
I would love a tour.
My
It's
studio.
looking good.
No, eyes this way first.
So you've got the metal clad switches in.
Yes, right.
This is controlling all your lighting.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so I noticed...
You're good already. You know?
I know, yeah, I know my stuff. I should do, really, shouldn't I? I noticed you've got Grid Pro modules loose.
Yep.
So these are just your normal switches.
So mate, I know this stuff inside out.
Okay, so what are you doing with these then?
Right, so I had these Sparkies in fitting this stuff.
Yeah.
And they've done a lovely job of it. I've learned a lot about the Scolmore gear, so I'm pretty much, this is like a job interview in a way, but I'm not looking for a job, but let me tell you what I know. So you've got 6 ways here, 6 different switches here, which are all controlling banks up there. Look, you can see all the lights, the panel lights up there on and off, but we'll leave them on for now. Over here, I was thinking about changing some of these because that is the...
Grid Pro modules, these
yes,
are.
yeah.
So these are interchangeable, as you probably already know.
Well, that's just stainless steel look. And it's all about the aesthetics. Yeah. I was thinking about possibly
some nicer ones.
Yeah, so maybe. But the interesting thing is that's got a yoke in it, but I know the one with 4. So
yeah, one to 4 gang, you don't need a yoke.
No yoke. So nothing holding the switches in the back.
Nothing, you can just screw them straight in.
Yeah.
The bigger ones like this, you do need a yoke.
Check me out. I don't even
He knows his stuff, doesn't he?
Right, this one here, if we're looking over here, look up there, look at the lights turning on and off. So this is now you're entering into the realms of a studio.
Right.
And there's more to it than that. It's not just all about aesthetics. What we've tried to do here is we've tried to create a space that is using all the Scolmore gear, but in a way that is unusual and a way that looks aesthetically appealing on TV. So I'm going to give you that tour.
I noticed you've got this bad boy here as well.
Yes, that is in the process of being fitted at the moment.
So you've got your MagDuo panel. That's part of the ESP fire security range. Yeah. Okay.
It's got a door on it.
It's got a door on it.
Yeah, I love doors. Yeah.
So this is controlling all of your fire systems in here. I don't know if you knew this about the MagDuo range. Duo in the name there, so it's 2-wire. Don't know if you know much about that.
What I do know is that when we fitted this thing, the electricians at first were like, what's this? I mean, normally you have 1 wire with the sounders on it and 1 wire with the detectors on it.
Yep.
So 2 different wires.
Yep.
But this thing, it's all on 1 wire. So much so that my Sparky rang up to Scolmore and went, you've got it wrong. And they went, no, it's a better system. And he was so impressed with it because he fitted the whole lot in like an hour.
Exactly, yeah. No, that's the whole point of this system. It's time saving. You can have sounders, detectors, call points, everything all on one circuit. So
yeah.
That's it. And you've got your accessories as well, all part of that.
Got that. I like that.
Got your important key there.
But that's there as well.
So show me the lights, because I noticed you've got these all installed in an unusual fashion.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's go and stand in the middle and I'll give you the rundown of what's happening with the lights.
Let's do it.
Okay. So one of the things that we've done here, which looks like it is all just about looks, is the upright, you call them U-Lites.
U-Lites. I was going to say, usually you see these hanging from ceilings, but you've got them installed in an unusual way.
Now, this is because it adds a lovely sense of scale and it's just a pleasing thing to look at. But it's beyond that, actually, because when you work in, and this isn't a body shop, this is, a place where we will build vehicles and the paint work will get done elsewhere. But some of the prep work will be done in here.
When you was installing that, it doesn't fall away.
Oh, yes,
you don't have to rebuild it out of the box.
Yeah, and you can pop them. I mean, they're dead easy to open up. You can put the little security screw in if you want, but there are no kids in here messing around, so I don't need to do that. But when you fold back the front, it doesn't just drop on the floor and where
you've got the ties there to keep you safe.
It stays there, and it's dead easy to. You can shift them up and down as well. They're very versatile, and even I could fit those. So I fitted half.
Is that saying a lot, even if you can fit them?
Absolutely, yeah, because it's not my bag. You know what I mean? I mean, I do build cars and I do construction work, but wiring is something. Leave that to the experts.
Exactly, yeah.
But I can be a Sparky's hand, and that's what I did here. And I've worked in garages before on quite a few TV shows where people have installed lighting this way in the paint booth. And the reason being because you actually use the light. It lights up the side of the vehicle so well that you can see where dents are. Now, to see a dent on a vehicle, it's quite an interesting thing. I was taught years ago by a painter, a really good painter. And what you're doing is you're looking to find a reflection of something. So it's kind of hard to do it on a matte car like this one. But if you look at this T5 here, you can see a reflection of me, right? Or you can see a reflection of the U-Lite. So find the U-Lite in the bodywork, not in the window, in the paint. Okay, have you found it?
Yep.
So if you move up and down, just looking at that U-Lite, if you move the U-Lite up and down, and if you find a little dent, the U-Lite will change shape.
We can make a new dent if you want.
No, I don't want to. I mean, just to prove the point for that. So try it yourself, Ben. Like, find a reflection of a U-Lite in that.
Okay.
So you've got the reflection of it, yeah?
Yep.
Now, if you walk up and down, just look, using the car as a mirror and keep your eye on the U-Lite, the U-Lite will change shape when you find a dent.
Yep, I found one.
There you go. Now, you would never normally see that if it hadn't been for the presence. But anyway, look, so that's an interesting way of finding dents in cars. And lights like these are absolutely crucial.
It's a nice way of using it, and it does look good.
Yeah,
it does really look good.
It does. The other thing is the house lighting, as we call it.
This is another one I've noticed you've done slightly unusual. You've got these on your cable trays.
Well, I mean, if you come down here and have a look back.
So these are the slates by Ovia that you've got up here. Inceptor Slates by Ovia.
And if you look here, what we've done is we've tried to follow the baskets all the way down. So it's not what you'd normally use one of these lights for. They're usually for a false ceiling, aren't they?
Yeah.
Drop them in as a panel. But actually, the good thing about these is, and I was worried about this, will they bend under gravity, under their own weight?
They're very durable. They are. They've also got a it's called a UGR diffuser, so it will basically diffuse the light, so you're not getting harsh shadows.
Well, that's the thing. TV is all about shadows, and if you have a shadow which is unwanted, you'll have guys coming in. You'll have a fill light, which is to fill and get rid of the shadows. You have a top light, a key light, a back light, all these sort of things. But amazingly, with this place, it's television's dream because, and this doesn't matter to Scolmore because you're not selling TV gear here. For us, though, the spread of the lights is so natural and it feels so warm. I know you can change the sort of color temperature on quite a few of your lights. You've got the little round ones.
Yes.
I can't remember what they're called.
You've got the Inceptor Aptos.
Okay.
So you've got some of them installed back there, haven't you?
But you can go warm white, you can go daylight, you can go...
Testing you now. Cool white.
Cool white, and obviously a warm white.
And warm white, yeah. And these are available in those finishes, in those outputs. They're also, there's different sizes available as well, so that's another part of the range.
Yeah. But that's an unusual look, though. I mean, to have the lights like that.
I've never seen it used like that, and I must admit it looks good.
It does.
Yeah. When I heard you'd done that at first, I thought,
why would you do that?
Can't be good, but no, seeing it in person.
A lot of sparks have been in and gone, do you mind if I take a photo of that? And I'm like, why? They went, because I'm doing industrial installs at the moment, and I want to show that as a demonstration of a cool way. Because the nice thing about the Scolmore stuff is, what we've tried to do here is make it a feature. As opposed to, I mean, it is just electricity, who cares about the sockets here? But I've tried to make everything a feature. Originally we were going to lower that slightly and have it hidden in the grey waistband you can see there, but I was like, no, let's raise it, let's get it up and actually make it all a feature. So all these sockets, all this stuff is all the click range.
The sockets there, yeah. The switches that we saw on the way in, they're part of the metal clad range. So they're coated to make them strong and durable. Yeah. And you've got them sockets all the way here.
And they look great in the conduit, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I mean,
the whole thing just is, it's actually been a faultless, simple thing to install. Whereas when the Sparkies came in, they gave me a quote for installing it, right? And I was like, I'm going to be here to help. And they quoted me on the number of days they thought the job would take. It wasn't just all on price. It was kind of a day rate job. And they did it in a third less. Because of things like the MagDuo, where it was, running the one. You can see up here, look. You can see you've got the sensors up there.
Yeah, still with the dust cap on.
Yeah, well, that's the one. The thing about that sensor, which is another good device, was it's all three of them.
That's it. That's the multi-point detector, part of the MagDuo range from ESP. So that can be a detector, a sounder, a strobe, all in one. Yeah. So rather than chucking loads in your van and multiple trips to a wholesaler if you're a Sparky, you can do that all in one with that. I mean,
what you wouldn't necessarily know here unless you're involved in this stuff is that this studio has been done up with the best stuff in the market.
You've got some kit here that I don't even know what it is, but it looks good.
These scissor lifts and all this sort of stuff. This is all a Hoffman Megaplan, and it is considered to be the cream of the cream, as is the Nederman gear here. You've got the compressed air line, all this stuff here, Trans Air gear. It's all the stuff you'll find in Aston Martin, you'll find it in Rolls-Royce. It's all the absolute best gear. So the Scolmore stuff actually complements that. Yeah, that thing there, that's one of those huge things you'll put on the back of a car so you can run a car inside, and actually it's an exhaust extraction system. And over there, that big blue thing is where you'll do welding and what have you. So the design of this thing has been absolutely crucial and quite a hard thing to oversee. We've got 3 ramps. So you've got the 2 scissor lifts here, half height, mid rise, full rise, and the Cascos 2 poster lift here. Same upstairs, same Scolmore gear up here. And what I've got to say is we're mixing Scolmore gear with the best in the automotive industry, and it's on par with it. There's been no issue. There's been never a call saying, that's broken, I've dropped this. And I did drop, to be honest with you, what was it? Some of these panel lights, I dropped them. And I was like, oh no.
Was that when you was fitting it rather than?
Yeah. I mean, I was helping the guys hang them off the little gripples. And I dropped them and I was like, mate, I'm in trouble here. Not a problem. They all worked absolutely bang on. So there's not been an issue at all. So genuinely speaking, and I'm not being paid to say this, it is good gear. This place is full of good gear. It really is. Mac tool chests, it's all Stanley Black & Decker. It's the best gear you can get. And the Scolmore fits it well and works well. And it's been running now. We've had this place. This is a year to build this place ahead of filming. So it's taken a while and it's been, well, faultless. I don't have any concerns about whether anything will break or work or not. It just does work. It does what it says on the tin.
With safety in mind as well, I noticed you've got the Duceri Twinspots up there.
Yeah.
So that's part of the ESP emergency lighting range.
Yeah.
And like you say, you've got the best kit in here. Safety is obviously important. You've got the fire. You've also got the emergency lighting. Yeah. So you've got your escape routes.
I've got them. Yeah, look, if I just flip the electricity off to this building, stay there a minute, I'll just power down. You can see the 4 U-Lights kick in that are also doing the same thing. So look, watch this. There you go. See? So you've got the Twinspots.
There they are, yeah.
The Twinspots are on there. And then you've got the 4 battery-powered U-Lights.
Yeah, so that's your emergency setup, that is.
Yeah, that's the MagDuo saying, hang on a minute, what's going on here? And then so my phone's ringing because it's gone, hang on, the power's gone to the building. This is amazing. Right, let me just turn that back on again. Power that up. And carry on saying what you were saying, mate.
So your twin spot there, I don't know if you've noticed, in a lot of industrial buildings and restaurants, shopping, they tend to have this sort of industrial setup in the ceiling, but paint everything black.
Yeah.
Rather than putting suspended ceilings in.
Yeah.
So we do them in black as well. So that's also another nice little feature. Just hide them away.
Yeah. For me, white's cool because the top half of the building.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let me just quieten the old MagDuo down.
So I noticed you've got one of the flow management systems on the board.
Yes.
Most people tend to hide that stuff away in cable trays, in ceiling voids.
Not here.
No?
You see, what we're using that thing for is a light distribution box for studio lighting. So basically all the studio light panels that I'm getting made will all have flow connectors on the end of them. So
these little beauties here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a great little invention, that thing. You can't put them the wrong way around. They're polarity specific. You can't get it wrong. It's such a simple process and so easy to do. To have however many lights I want plugged into one board just makes cabling easy, makes the whole thing easy.
Yeah.
And that's precisely the plan. So I love the little invention. Saw it when I saw there was a distribution board. I thought, well, let's have one of those or 2 of those per floor. And that means that, because in TV, you know, if you and I are being filmed now for a TV show, you'd position lights all around us, behind cameras. And that's what you need to do in here. So that board actually is a very useful. What we've done is we've just taken Scolmore gear and kind of rethought it in terms of technology for TV. Yeah. And it's all worked really well.
And the thing with these, I mean, most of your lights in here, they all come fitted with one of these.
Yeah.
Or they're
all of them do, actually.
Adaptable with these.
Yeah, you know, all the Inceptor Slates did. These things actually were just a little you push the little.
You got the push fit on them.
So, you know, it was all good gear to fit. It's all reliable, and it surprised me how quickly it went up. It really did.
So let's talk about CCTV. I noticed you've got a Recall IP box out on the side.
Yeah.
So it's not installed yet. Like you said, you've still got a bit of work to do. So I'm guessing that's one of the next jobs to do.
Well, the thing that's good about that is that I just like the fact, I was looking into CCTV systems, and quite a lot of them you need to send power to the head, so power off to the cameras.
To every single camera.
And I was like, oh, where's my sockets? I haven't thought about that. And to be fair to the Sparky, he said to me, you should be thinking about that stuff. And I went, no, I don't, because I found a system that doesn't need that. All the power comes from the sort of the hard drive, the recorder, whatever that's called, network.
It's the NVR. Yeah, network video recorder.
Right, everything comes from that. So the good thing about the Recoil one was that it can supply power to 4 cameras, which I'll have mounted around here, and you just do it all by Cat5.
Yeah, so Ethernet cable. Exactly, and it's easier to fit. You're not having to, I mean, here everything's surface mounted, but if you're in like a wall where you're having to do plasterboard and things like that, you've not got to do massive holes and chasing out. It's a lot simpler.
I don't like, in a situation like this, I should have thought, before I came across the Recoil, if it hadn't been for the Recoil, which saved me, I should have thought, right, we need a fuse spur off here, I'm going to have a camera here, this, that, and the other. But the other thing for us is, it's a bit of a mistake for me working in TV to have not thought about CCTV camera positioning, but I didn't think about it, and that's got me out of jail. Because I should have just cut into the conduit and put fuse spurs all over if I'd gone for another system. But luckily, it's still all going to look like no mistakes were made.
And with the amount of kit in here, some nice kit, you want to be safe and secure.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, and that's the thing. So it's all being recorded, or it will be all recorded on the NVR?
NVR. It's all accessible via your app as well.
Okay,
so
you can keep an eye, you can actually watch the
yeah, you can be on the beach somewhere and see who's robbing you.
Great. Yeah, excellent. So, that's pretty much it. We've got, got a duplication of what's going on down here upstairs, but we're way off with that. So this is what it's all about for the time being. And as far as I'm concerned, it's looking good. What's your impression? Good.
I was really impressed with it. Like I said before, when I heard about some of the ways you'd install some of the products, vertically on the U-Lites, the slates up there, I was thinking, what is he doing? And then I've come here in person and
it feels good,
I think it looks great, especially with all the kit you've got.
Yeah.
Excluding the nice cars in here, the actual kit, everything, how you've got it presented, it does look good.
Everything but the Scolmore gear has been a headache. Just working out where to put stuff, because you need to make sure everything can reach, everything can reach for looking under cars or whatever. It's very easy to get it wrong. These are little chargers, these C-Tech things, they all plug into their own designated socket there, and they keep a car topped up when it comes to battery. So it's quite a process coming up with a solution that works. So many garages get it wrong. So what I've done is try to take all that knowledge of working in different garages and go, right, let's write it all down, plan it all out, and get it working. And one of the first companies that came in here was Scolmore with all your gear, and there hasn't been a time where I've gone, I got that wrong. And if I did, I feel like a lot of it is interchangeable and easily done as well.
That's one thing we always try. We've got product development people who are absolutely brilliant at what they do, and they're always thinking of innovative ways to make sure the products are up to scratch, easy to install, easy to swap out, interchangeable, and that's what they do best.
I just like making a feature of it. It was one of those things where when I sat down with the Sparky, when I sat down with Owen originally, he was like, you can go 2 ways. You can hide it or you can celebrate it. And I was like, let's have a look at the gear, laid it all out and went, I want people to see that because it looks good. All the conduit, it's all been laid out with laser. Everything's been done professionally. The baskets up there with all the Inceptor slates hanging off them, that's what's grabbed the attention. The funny thing that's annoying me about this place is you'll get a Sparky come through the door and I'll expect them to go, oh my word, look, it's an Evo, it's an Integrale, wow, look at that. And they're like, not bothered about that. Those things look mint. What a great idea. And so in a way that's a success because I think it's hard in an industry where people generally hide what is made by Scolmore and other competitors. It's generally not seen. But actually here we've gone the other way.
So what's next then? What's next for the studio?
Do you know what, dude? There's so much left to do. It's one of those, I am looking at you now, Ben, but I'm looking behind you thinking that needs painting again, that wall needs doing, we need to do this, we need to do that. We haven't got gas in here yet. There are still quite a few things to do, and I'm about to start filming the show that you might know me from in 2 days.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm not going to help you. I'm going home. So.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
Thanks for your help.
It's good to see you, Tim.
Yeah, you too. Nice one.
Anyway, there are more product videos that we've done going into depth about the different products you've had featured here from ESP, Avaya, and Click. So if you want to see more of those products, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification button below. And there's plenty of me and Tim there, so that'll keep you entertained.
Yeah, nice one.
Thanks for watching.